Did you know that starting this July, the exact amount of money hitting your bank account could surprise you? If you are a senior, a retiree, or someone managing a fixed income, the month of July 2026 is bringing massive structural shifts to the financial landscape that you simply cannot afford to ignore. These are not minor adjustments hidden in the fine print of federal documents, but rather systemic alterations that will directly impact your purchasing power, your healthcare costs, and your monthly household budget. Every year, millions of older adults miss out on specialized benefits or find themselves hit by unexpected penalties simply because they do not update their financial blueprints in time to match changing regulations. Think of your retirement fund like a seafaring ship navigating a vast and unpredictable ocean. When the underlying currents change, you cannot simply keep your sails in the exact same position and hope for a smooth journey. You must actively adjust your rigging to stay on course. And July 2026 represents one of those major current shifts where passivity risks letting inflation or administrative adjustments quietly erode your hard-earned savings. Before examining the specific details of these changes, it is vital to understand the true danger of the cost of inaction, because in the financial world, silence is rarely free. When regulatory bodies, tax authorities, or social programs alter their rules, they do not always send a personalized letter to your doorstep explaining exactly how to protect your wallet from the fallout. Failing to adapt to mid-year financial changes can trap you in unintended tax brackets, cause you to miss critical premium deadlines, or force you to watch your cash lose its value while market interest rates shift beneath your feet. The profound difference between a stressful, anxiety-ridden retirement and a completely secure retirement often comes down to timing and early awareness, meaning that ignoring these updates could easily cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars over the next 6 months alone. The first major shift that requires your immediate attention involves the Social Security Administration's adjusted processing timelines and updated mid-year distributions taking effect this July. For the vast majority of seniors, Social Security benefits form the absolute bedrock of monthly cash flow, providing the necessary predictability to manage recurring expenses. However, because of how the calendar days align this July, combined with newly upgraded digital processing and anti-fraud verification systems rolled out by the federal government, the actual day your money reflects in your account might look different than it did during the spring months. To understand this clearly, imagine the Social Security Administration as a massive, high-speed railway station where hundreds of trains representing billions of dollars in benefits leave the station every single month on identical tracks. In July 2026, the station is upgrading its tracking software and shifting the platform layouts, meaning that if you are standing on your usual platform expecting your train, the system might route it differently, causing unexpected delays in clearing times. If you rely on your deposit hitting your bank account at the exact minute it usually does to clear automated bills, a settlement shift of even 24 to 48 hours due to weakened bank processing cycles can trigger devastating overdraft fees. This month, individuals born between the 1st and the 10th will see their payments on the 2nd Wednesday, those born between the 11th and the 20th on the 3rd Wednesday, and those born between the 21st and the 31st on the 4th Wednesday. While these cycles seem standard on paper, the integration of the new security protocols means that traditional early deposit banks might experience unprecedented settlement delays that interrupt your regular schedule. To prepare for this processing shift, your first actionable move must be to build a reliable 3-day financial buffer by auditing your automated monthly bill payments, such as utilities, insurance premiums, or mortgages. If you currently have automated drafts set up for the exact day of your expected deposit, you should shift those payment dates forward by at least 3 business days to completely avoid accidental transaction failures. Additionally, you must log in to your official online portal to check for any specific notifications regarding mid-year adjustments to your benefit amount, especially if you worked part-time during the first half of the year and triggered earnings test thresholds, ensuring your direct deposit routing numbers are fully locked in securely under the new security protocols. The second crucial financial change taking effect this July involves the mid-year recalculation of specialized Medicare premiums and the closing of specific supplemental enrollment windows. Many seniors operate under the dangerous misconception that once they enroll in Medicare, their healthcare costs are entirely locked in until the grand open enrollment period at the end of the calendar year. In reality, July marks the official implementation date for mid-year premium adjustments based on historic income tracking, which the financial world refers to as Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, or IRMAA, revisions. If your modified adjusted gross income shifted unexpectedly 2 years ago due to a property sale, a retirement account withdrawal, or a part-time consulting gig, your monthly premiums can suddenly spike this month without warning. Think of this like joining a local fitness club where you sign a contract for a standard membership, but hidden deep within the fine print is a clause stating that if the club's summer operating costs rise past a certain point, a mandatory surcharge will be applied starting July 1st. If you fail to read the notice posted on the door, you will be shocked when your membership card suddenly bounces or your credit card is billed extra, which is exactly how Medicare and supplemental policies function when income levels fluctuate. Furthermore, several private insurance carriers providing supplemental Medigap or Medicare Advantage plans are resetting their rate structures or closing special enrollment periods this month, meaning that if you leave your healthcare plan on autopilot, you might face significantly higher out-of-pocket medical bills. To protect your wallet from these healthcare cost spikes, you must immediately review your private health coverage statements from the first half of the year, looking closely for any notice of change in premium that takes effect on July 1st. If your income has recently dropped significantly due to actual retirement, divorce, or the loss of income-producing property, you should not wait for the government to notice your new financial status. Instead, you must proactively file a life-changing event appeal using the official regulatory forms to lower your premium surcharges before the July billing cycles permanently lock in those higher rates for the rest of the year. The third major money change happening this July centers around a structural shift in fixed income asset yields, specifically impacting high-yield savings accounts, certificates of deposit, and secure short-term government bonds. For the past couple of years, seniors have enjoyed a historic run of high interest rates, allowing you to place your cash into a safe savings account or a short-term certificate and watch it grow at a reliable 4 to 5% rate without taking any risky bets in the stock market. However, as we move into July 2026, central banks and macroeconomic indicators show that these rates are actively adjusting downward, causing financial institutions to aggressively lower the yields they offer on flexible savings accounts. Think of these high interest rates like a beautiful fruit orchard that has been in peak season for months, where all you had to do was walk up to a tree, stretch out your hand, and pick ripe fruit with absolutely minimal effort. July represents the change of the season where the easy-to-reach fruit on the lower branches is quickly disappearing, and if you keep walking through the orchard with the same relaxed attitude, your basket will remain entirely empty. Leaving your extra retirement cash sitting idly in a standard checking account or a declining variable high-yield savings account this July means you are voluntarily giving up free money to inflation. To combat this decline in variable rates, your strategic game plan must be to look into securing short to medium-term certificates of deposit or government-backed securities right now. By locking in a fixed rate during the month of July, you guarantee that your retirement cash keeps producing yield at peak season volume for the next 12 to 24 months, no matter how low the broader banking market drops its rates in the future. Additionally, you must break the habit of settling for the legacy brick-and-mortar bank you have used for decades out of pure convenience, as these traditional institutions famously offer terrible interest rates compared to secure online banking platforms that still provide premium promotional yields this month. Navigating these complex financial changes can feel completely overwhelming, but staying informed and taking decisive action remains your absolute best defense against rising costs and eroding savings. Retirement is not a passive event where you can simply set your accounts and forget them. It is an active financial journey that requires continuous monitoring and strategic pivoting. By building a 3-day processing buffer for your Social Security payments, auditing your Medicare premium statements for unexpected income surcharges, and moving your variable savings into locked-in, fixed-income instruments, you ensure that July 2026 is a month of distinct financial progress rather than unexpected financial stress. If you want to continue staying ahead of the curve, securing your wealth, and ensuring you never miss a critical regulatory update that affects your personal pocketbook, you can subscribe to Macro Signal for regular, reliable financial guidance that breaks down the complex global and local financial markets into clear, actionable strategies every single week.